tomatoes in a beer. Really? I mean, I like tomatoes, or I don't really like tomatoes. But, well, I'll give it a go. Just some of the things I've heard said about this beer up here on Horsenden Farm, Perivale Brewery. It is there, 3.8% Tomato Gose. And yes, it actually contains real tomatoes. About 40 kilos in the brew. It's an unusual beer, perhaps, except for when you look into it. It contains tomatoes, mulled and sea salt, and, perhaps oddly, no hops, because the tomato and the salt do all the talking. Don't necessarily need any hops for aroma or flavouring or bittering. It's a lovely little beer, and one I've been meaning to put down on a video review for a while. I've mentioned it on live streams. I actually did that review last month up here on the farm, and one thing or another I didn't actually get a chance to get it out due to technical difficulties, etc. But over to past me to tell you all about Tomato Gose. Cheers. Yes, Rasko and Disco beer review with me, Disco, coming at you with another beer video. This time from out of the Disco Arms, and I'm out and about up at my local brewery, Perivale. It's up in West London, up the far end of the Central Line on the M40. It's a beer I've been meaning to talk about for a while. I did mention it on a live stream a while back, and there were some concerned faces, but it is quite a strange beer on the face of it, but not when you look into it. It is Perivale's Tomato Gose. Gose, depends how you pronounce it. What it is a tomato sour beer. Kettle soured with fresh tomatoes. I have had this before, so I've had it in bottle. So this isn't a straight up review, but this is just talking about the tomato sour. Cheers. So, from the off, a very zesty aroma of that aroma you get from a sour, the slightly citric, slightly acidic aroma, obviously because it's been soured. That smells a fresh fruity aroma as well. Cheers. The first thing to note, the first thing I always say is, what we're not talking here is tomato ketchup. It's not a massively out and out in your face tomato flavour. It's also not an out and out in your face sour. I'd say it's probably medium, low to medium sourness. The tomatoes bring a more like a green tomato tartness and sourness, and the fruitiness of the fresh fleshy green tomato. Then there's the oily savouriness as the salinity hits the lips, while still maintaining a nice fruity touch of tomato flavour. I actually had one in bottle the other day when I cycled up here, and it provides a nice, refreshing, almost a palate cleanser, as most sours do. I say it divides opinion, this one, because tomato is sometimes a weird thing to put in a beer, but it's the thing about Perivale. They do a good range of pale ales and a stout, and he's not afraid to play with ingredients and do something a little bit different once in a while. Well, quite a lot actually. And this is definitely one of the best ones. He did also do a shellfish version called Clamato, where he put shellfish in the brew as well. For me, this one is, like I say, a nice palate cleanser and a very refreshing, quite light. It is only 3.8%, so it is a good, light, refreshing beer with good taste, good flavours, and some nice, fruity, savoury. It's a nice balance between savoury, sweet, and salt. Possibly one of the best things about this beer, and indeed all the beers, is its freshness. Farm fresh beer, I've used the term, and that's because it's brewed right here. Well, it's fermented here. That's the fermenting room. The brewing room is just below it downstairs in one of these outbuildings on the farm here at Horsenden Farm. Served just down these steps out the back of the brewery, and that all helps to the freshness and the drinkability of these beers, especially this one. It's a good one for the road. Cheers. I've been Disco, Rasko and Disco Beer Review. Cheers and enjoy the beers. Cheers, past me. So there we have it. 3.8% Tomato Gose, contains real tomatoes. It tastes lovely, really popular up here, although it does divide opinion. Some people aren't so sure. And I've seen people who aren't sure try it and really like it. I really like it. I'm still drinking it, especially in a bright sunny summer's day like we have today and a lot recently. And I just really like it. So I've been Disco, or Rasko and Disco Beer Review. Maybe see you up here for a pint one day. Till then, cheers and enjoy the beers.